The world does not announce itself as you enter it. It is already there, waiting in a quiet and patient way, as if it has been resting for a very long time. There is no gate, no threshold, no moment that clearly marks the beginning. You simply find yourself here. You are standing on a path that feels familiar without requiring memory. The ground beneath your feet is smooth, worn gently by time rather than by use. It does not ask you to walk faster or slower. It supports you without comment. The air around you is calm, not warm, not cool, just neutral. It touches your skin lightly as if it knows you do not want to be disturbed. You begin to move forward, not because you decided to, but because movement feels natural. Your steps are unforced. Each one follows the last without effort. There is no need to count them. On either side of the path, the land stretches outward in wide, quiet fields. The grass is short and even, as if it has never known disorder. There is no strong wind here. If the grass moves at all, it is only slightly, and then it becomes still again. The sky above is soft and open. Its color is difficult to describe, not because it is complex, but because it is simple. A pale, even light spreads everywhere, leaving no harsh shadows behind. Nothing demands attention. Your breathing begins to slow as you walk. Not because you are trying to control it, but because your body senses that it is safe. Each breath arrives gently. Each breath leaves just as quietly. There are no sudden sounds, no distant voices, no signs of urgency. Even silence feels settled here, as if it has chosen this place. The path continues ahead of you, straight but not rigid. It curves slightly from time to time, not to lead you somewhere new, but to remind you that movement does not have to be exact. You follow it easily. With every step, your awareness softens. Thoughts that may have followed you from elsewhere begin to loosen their grip. They grow quieter, less defined. Some fade before they can even finish forming. You do not need to push them away. They leave on their own. Far ahead, the land rises just a little, forming a gentle slope. It is not a hill that asks to be climbed. It is simply part of the ground, changing without drama. As you reach it, your body adjusts automatically. Your pace remains slow and even. There is no strain. At the top, the view opens again. More land, more quiet. The same calm stretching forward without interruption. You notice how little effort it takes to exist here. Your shoulders drop slightly, your jaw loosens, your face relaxes without instruction. The sound of your steps grows softer, as if the ground itself is absorbing them. Soon, you barely notice them at all. Time behaves differently in this place. It does not rush. It does not pause. It simply flows in a way that does not require attention. Minutes do not announce themselves, neither do moments. You may feel as though you have been walking for a long while, or perhaps only a short time. It does not matter. To your left, the field widens even more, stretching out into a broad, open space. There is nothing placed there, nothing waiting, nothing missing. The openness feels comforting rather than empty, as if the world is saying that nothing more is required. Your breathing continues its slow, steady rhythm, in, out, each breath complete, each one unhurried. The path beneath your feet begins to feel slightly warmer, as though it has been holding on to the light for a long time. The sensation is subtle, barely noticeable, but reassuring. You continue forward. Somewhere very far away there may be a sound, so distant that it cannot be identified. It might be the echo of something natural, or it might be nothing at all. It fades before your mind can attach meaning to it. The quiet remains intact. As you walk, the land slowly changes its texture. The grass becomes finer, the ground smoother. Everything feels more settled, more complete. Your thoughts grow slower now, less interested in connecting. They drift through without forming patterns. You realize that you are no longer waiting for anything. Not for the path to end, not for something to happen. This moment is enough. The light above begins to soften even further. Not dimming exactly, just becoming gentler, as if the sky itself is relaxing. You notice your eyelids feel heavier, not because you are tired, but because there is no reason to keep them fully open. The world does not demand to be watched closely. If they close, that is fine. If they remain open, that is also fine. The path remains steady beneath you either way. After a while, the path widens, not dramatically, just enough to feel different beneath your feet. You slow slightly. Again, not by choice. Your body simply follows what feels natural. Eventually, you come to a place where the path levels out completely. It stretches forward without slope or curve, flat, even. You pause. There is no reason for the pause. It simply happens. You stand there, breathing softly, your weight balanced, your body supported. The air feels especially still here, as if nothing has moved for a very long time. You may notice how quiet your mind has become. Thoughts arrive less often now. When they do, they dissolve almost immediately. There is no effort involved in letting go. After a moment, you begin walking again. Your steps are slower now, softer, almost silent. The world around you remains unchanged, and that steadiness is comforting. Nothing surprises you. Nothing asks for your attention. The path curves gently once more, leading you through another open stretch of land. The ground remains smooth. The air remains calm. You feel a sense of familiarity deepen, as if you have always known this place, even without remembering it. Your breathing grows deeper, longer. Each breath carries a sense of rest with it. You are no longer aware of where one breath ends and the next begins. They flow together easily. The sound of this narration may feel distant now, as though it is coming from far away. That is exactly how it should be. You do not need to follow every word. You do not need to listen closely. The words are simply here, moving gently alongside you. The path begins to fade slightly at the edges, not disappearing, just blending more smoothly into the land around it. You feel no concern about direction. Wherever it leads is fine. Eventually, you reach a place where the land opens completely. No path, no boundary, just wide, open ground. You step forward without hesitation. The surface feels the same, supportive, stable. You stop again, this time without intending to start walking again soon. Your body feels heavy now, not uncomfortable, just deeply settled. Your arms rest easily at your sides, your hands are loose, your fingers relaxed, your shoulders sink a little lower, your neck softens, your breathing is slow and even. The world holds steady around you. Nothing changes, nothing needs to. If you are still aware of the voice, that is fine. If it begins to fade, that is even better. This place does not require attention. It allows rest. Time stretches gently, losing its edges. You feel safe here, completely. There is nothing to solve, nothing to prepare for. The world remains exactly as it is, and that is enough. You are free to remain here, free to drift, free to sleep. The quiet does not end. It simply continues, and you rest within it. The place where you are does not change when you stop noticing it. It remains steady, patient, and quiet, holding its shape without effort. Nothing rushes forward. Nothing fades away. You are still here. The ground beneath you continues to feel supportive, as if it understands exactly how much weight to hold. Your body does not need to adjust. It has already settled into balance. The air remains calm. Each breath arrives slowly, naturally, without instruction. You no longer think about breathing. It happens on its own. In this place, awareness softens rather than sharpens. Edges blur gently. Details become less important. If thoughts appear, they do so quietly, without urgency. They drift like distant clouds, never blocking the light, never asking to be followed. You do not hold them. You do not push them away. They pass through, leaving no trace. The land around you feels even more open now, not wider, not larger, just more accepting, as if it has always been prepared for your presence. There is a sense of depth here, not distance, but depth, a feeling that you could sink gently into the moment if you wished. Your shoulders relax further. Any remaining tension dissolves without effort. Muscles loosen one by one, as if they have been waiting for permission to rest. Your jaw softens. Your tongue rests comfortably. Your face becomes smooth and neutral. The light above remains steady, diffused, and calm. It does not change direction. It does not brighten or dim. It simply exists evenly spread. You may notice that the sense of time is becoming less clear now. Moments no longer line up neatly. They overlap, stretch, and blend. There is no need to know how long you have been here. There is no need to measure anything. You remain standing, or perhaps sitting, or perhaps lying down. Your body chooses what feels best. Whatever position you are in, it is correct. The ground responds gently, adjusting to you without resistance. Nothing presses, nothing pulls. A deep sense of safety settles in, not excitement, not emotion, just safety. This is a place where nothing unexpected happens, nothing sudden, nothing sharp. Even silence feels soft. As your awareness continues to drift, you may notice that the boundaries of your body feel less defined. Your hands feel lighter, your arms feel distant, your legs rest without sensation. This is not numbness, it is ease. Your breathing grows deeper now, slower. Each breath seems to come from a little lower, a little deeper inside, in and out. There is no pause between breaths that needs attention. They connect naturally, forming a gentle rhythm. You may feel a subtle warmth spreading through your chest, then your shoulders, then down your arms. Not heat, just comfort. A quiet warmth that does not move quickly. It spreads at its own pace. Your back feels supported. Your spine settles into a natural alignment without effort. Any strain that once existed fades into the background. The mind grows quieter still. Words become less important now. Even these words do not need to be understood. They are simply sounds flowing softly, guiding without direction. If your eyelids are closed, they remain closed easily. If they are open, they feel heavy, relaxed, unbothered by the light. The land around you remains unchanged, but your experience of it deepens. It feels farther away and closer at the same time, as if you are both within it and observing it from a distance. There is no need to choose one or the other. A sense of stillness settles in your chest, a calm so steady that it feels like it has always been there. Thoughts that once felt important now seem irrelevant. Not because they are wrong, but because they are unnecessary. Nothing needs to be solved here. Nothing needs to be remembered. The quiet becomes thicker now, almost tangible. It wraps around you gently, like a soft layer of protection. You are aware of the voice, but it feels far away, as if it is echoing from a distance that does not matter. Your body continues to sink, not downward, but inward, deeper into rest. Your breathing becomes so smooth that you barely notice it anymore. Each inhale blends seamlessly into the exhale. There is a sense of drifting now, not movement, but release. Like floating without water, without air. Nothing holds you up. Nothing lets you fall. You simply remain. The land stretches endlessly, but you no longer feel the need to explore it. There is nowhere else to go. Here is enough. The muscles around your eyes relax completely. Your forehead smooths out. Any trace of expression disappears. Your mind enters a quieter state, one where words lose their shape. Images blur. Thoughts dissolve before they can form sentences. If memories appear, they do so without emotion. They fade before you can attach to them. You are not thinking about sleep. You are simply resting. The difference matters. Your body temperature feels perfectly balanced. Not warm, not cool, just right. The air moves so subtly that it feels almost still. If there is movement, it is gentle enough to go unnoticed. The silence deepens further. You may notice a feeling of heaviness now, especially in your limbs. A pleasant heaviness, like being wrapped in something soft and supportive. Your arms feel heavy, your legs feel heavy. Your body feels content to remain exactly where it is. The mind grows even quieter. This is the space between thoughts, the space where nothing needs to happen. You are not waiting. You are not anticipating. You are simply being. The narration continues, but it no longer asks for attention. It is background, a distant guide that does not require following. Your awareness drifts inward now, away from the edges of perception. Sounds soften, sensations blur. If there is any remaining tension anywhere in your body, it releases now, slowly, gently, without effort. Your breathing remains slow and deep. In, out. Each breath feels nourishing. Each exhale carries away anything unnecessary. You may feel as though you are sinking slightly deeper with every breath, not physically, but mentally, into a place of deeper rest. The world around you remains stable and unchanged. It does not interfere. It allows. You are completely safe here. There is no rush to fall asleep. There is no expectation. Sleep arrives when it wishes, and it always knows the way. Your mind no longer tries to hold on to the voice. It allows it to drift. Words may begin to blend together. Sentences may lose meaning. That is a sign of rest deepening. Your body continues to relax, layer by layer, muscle by muscle. Your breathing remains steady. Time stretches and softens further. Moments lose their edges. You may not remember when the last thought passed through your mind, and that is perfectly fine. The quiet is complete now. You are free to remain in this state for as long as you like. Free to drift further. Free to sleep. Nothing will disturb you here. The land remains open. The air remains calm. The light remains soft, and you rest within it. There is no clear moment when rest becomes deeper. It simply happens. You do not notice the change right away. It arrives quietly, without announcement, like evening light slowly dimming without anyone turning a switch. You are still here. And yet you feel farther away from everything that once required effort. The body rests more fully now, not because you told it to, but because it no longer sees any reason to stay alert. Every muscle understands that nothing is required. Your arms feel distant, as if they belong to the space around you rather than to you. Your legs are heavy, settled, completely content to remain unmoving. There is no discomfort, no adjustment needed. The surface beneath you feels perfectly shaped, as if it has slowly learned the exact outline of your body. It holds you gently, without pressure, without resistance. Breathing continues in a slow, even rhythm. Each breath feels slightly deeper than the last, though you are not trying to make it so. In and out. The pause between breaths becomes longer now. Comfortable. Natural. The mind grows quieter still. Thoughts that once floated freely now slow down, losing momentum. They appear less often, and when they do, they dissolve before forming meaning. Words feel unnecessary here. You may notice that the idea of you feels softer now, less defined, not disappearing, just blending into the calm around you. There is no edge where you end and the quiet begins. Everything feels gently connected. The place around you remains unchanged, but your awareness of it fades slightly, as if it is no longer important to observe. The light remains steady, but you no longer pay attention to it. The air remains calm, but you no longer notice its movement. Your senses turn inward. The sound of the voice becomes more distant, softer, almost dreamlike. It does not demand focus, it simply exists. Your eyelids feel heavy, deeply relaxed. If they are already closed, they feel as though they could sink even deeper into rest. Your forehead is smooth, your cheeks are relaxed. Your jaw hangs loose, comfortable, at ease. There is no tension anywhere in your face. The neck releases completely now. Any effort once held, there melts away. Your shoulders feel warm and loose, gently sinking downward. They no longer carry anything. The chest rises and falls slowly with each breath, calm and steady. The heart beats quietly, efficiently, without urgency. You do not feel it working. It simply does. The stomach softens. Any tightness there dissolves, replaced by a gentle sense of ease. The lower back settles. The hips relax. The legs feel heavy and warm. Even the feet let go. Your entire body now rests in a state of deep acceptance. Nothing to change, nothing to fix. The mind drifts further away from structure. Images may appear briefly, soft, vague, incomplete. They do not hold your attention. They fade as soon as they arise. Memories do not linger. Plans do not form. There is only this calm, continuous state. Time feels strange now. It stretches, it bends, it becomes irrelevant. Minutes and seconds lose meaning. You are no longer counting anything. The quiet grows deeper, thicker, almost like a soft blanket around your awareness. It does not weigh you down, it supports you. You may notice a gentle sensation of floating now, not moving upward or downward, just floating. There is no direction here, no destination, just rest. Your breathing becomes so smooth that it almost feels like it breathes itself. In, out. The pauses between breaths grow longer without effort. Each exhale feels like letting go of something you didn't realize you were holding. The body sinks deeper into comfort. The mind releases control. You are no longer actively listening. The voice reaches you anyway, drifting through awareness like a distant echo. Words blur together now. Meaning softens. You may not remember the last sentence you heard. That is a sign of deep rest. Your awareness turns inward, toward a quiet center where nothing happens. There is no boredom here, no interest. Just neutrality. A peaceful neutrality that feels safe. You are not trying to sleep. You are simply resting deeply. Sleep approaches naturally without force. The boundary between waking and sleeping begins to blur. You may feel yourself drifting in and out of awareness gently, slowly. Moments of near sleep appear, then fade, then return. There is no need to hold on to them. Your body knows exactly what to do. The world outside this moment feels very far away now. Not gone, just irrelevant. Responsibilities, names, places, times, all of them lose importance. You do not need them here. The quiet becomes almost complete. There is no need to understand anything anymore. Your breathing remains slow and deep. In, out. Each breath feels like sinking further into a soft, supportive space. The muscles around your eyes feel loose and heavy. Your eyelids feel like they could rest forever. Your mind no longer forms clear thoughts. Only fragments remain. Soft impressions, fading sensations. You are drifting. There is no effort involved, no control, just release. The narration continues gently, but it no longer pulls you toward it. It exists in the background like a sound heard through sleep. You may not hear every word, you may not hear most of them. That is perfectly fine. Your awareness floats somewhere between listening and dreaming. The calm deepens further. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to remember. You are allowed to sleep. The body continues to relax even beyond what you thought was possible. The mind settles into a quiet, open space. Thoughts stop arriving. Silence fills the gaps. You are resting at a level deeper than thought, deeper than intention. Here, nothing asks for attention. Nothing demands response. You are simply present without effort. Your breathing remains steady. Your body remains heavy. Your mind remains quiet. Sleep is very close now. It does not rush toward you. It waits patiently. And when it arrives, it will feel natural, gentle, unavoidable. There is no need to notice the moment it happens. You will simply drift. This place remains safe. The quiet remains steady. The rest remains deep. You are free to let go completely. There is a moment when the mind no longer asks questions. It does not arrive suddenly. It does not announce itself. It simply becomes clear that nothing else needs to happen. You are resting now at a deeper level, not asleep, not fully awake. Somewhere in between where effort disappears. Your body feels settled in a way that cannot be improved. Every position feels correct. Every sensation feels distant. Breathing continues softly, in and out. The breath does not need guidance anymore. It follows its own calm rhythm. Your awareness loosens its grip on the world. Sounds become softer. Even silence feels fuller. The space around you feels wide, open, unchanging. Nothing moves quickly here. Nothing demands attention. Your arms feel warm and heavy, as if they have been resting for a very long time. Your hands are completely relaxed now, fingers loose, palms open. There is no tension left to release. It has already gone. Your legs feel comfortably distant, heavy but not uncomfortable, present but no longer important. Your feet rest quietly as if they have forgotten their purpose. They do not need to move. They do not need to support you. The body understands rest. The mind begins to forget structure. Thoughts arrive more slowly now, and when they do, they feel incomplete. They drift in, pause briefly, and dissolve. You do not follow them. There is no curiosity left, only calm. Time begins to stretch again. Seconds lose their shape. Minutes lose their meaning. There is no need to track anything. The voice feels farther away now, not because it is leaving, but because you are sinking deeper. Words become gentle vibrations. Their meaning fades into comfort. Your eyelids feel soft and heavy. If they are closed, they feel deeply settled. If they are open, they feel ready to close without effort. The muscles around your eyes are completely relaxed. Your forehead is smooth. Your jaw hangs comfortably loose. The tongue rests gently in the mouth. No tension remains there. Your neck feels supported. The shoulders sink just a little more. Breathing grows slower. In, out. The pause after each breath feels longer now. Safe. Easy. Your chest rises and falls without effort. The heart beats calmly, steadily. There is no urgency anywhere in the body. The stomach feels soft. The lower back feels supported. Everything that once held effort has released. You may feel a gentle sense of floating now, not moving upward, not moving downward, just floating. As if gravity itself has softened. There is no edge to this feeling, no beginning, no end, only rest. The mind drifts further inward. Awareness turns away from language. You may notice that you are no longer forming complete thoughts. Only sensations remain, warmth, heaviness, stillness. The world outside feels very far away, not gone, just irrelevant. You are safe here. Nothing unexpected happens. Nothing changes quickly. This place remains the same, calm, quiet, unmoving. Breathing continues on its own. In, out. Each exhale feels like sinking deeper into the surface beneath you, as if you are gently settling into something soft and endless. You do not need to control anything. Your body already knows what to do. Your mind no longer needs direction. Sleep is not forced. It approaches naturally, slowly, gently. The boundary between listening and dreaming grows thinner. You may drift slightly, return, briefly, drift again. This is natural. You do not need to stay awake for the story. The story continues even if you let go. Your awareness becomes lighter now, almost transparent. The sound of the voice blends with silence. You may not remember the last sentence or the one before it. That is a sign of deep rest. Your breathing remains slow and even. In, out. Everything feels safe. Nothing is required of you. You are allowed to rest completely. The sense of time continues to dissolve. There is no clear moment that separates now from before. Everything blends into one long, gentle experience. Your body feels as though it has become part of the surface beneath you, not pressing, not sinking too deeply, simply resting. Breathing is barely noticeable now, soft, even. Each inhale feels like a quiet arrival. Each exhale feels like release. Your awareness no longer needs to stay alert. If thoughts appear, they feel distant, faded, unimportant. They do not demand response. They pass the way clouds pass across a still sky. Slowly, silently. The mind feels wide and open, empty, but comfortable. There is no boredom here, only calm neutrality. Your ears continue to hear, but without focus. Sounds lose sharpness. They blend into a soft background. The voice feels steady, unchanging, predictable in the best way. Nothing sudden happens. Nothing surprising appears. This predictability allows the mind to rest even deeper. Your shoulders drop another fraction, so slight you may not notice it consciously. The muscles along your spine loosen, one by one. There is a sense of warmth spreading gently through your back. Not moving, just present. Your legs feel very still now, heavy in a comforting way. Your knees feel loose, your calves feel relaxed, your feet feel distant and calm. You no longer feel the need to move at all. Stillness feels natural. The mind begins to drift toward imagery without effort, not clear pictures, just impressions, soft shapes, muted colors, nothing sharp, nothing detailed. Perhaps a quiet open space, perhaps a wide, empty path, or perhaps nothing at all. Whatever appears does not require attention. You are not following a story anymore. You are simply resting inside sound. The voice becomes part of the background of your awareness. Words pass through without sticking, meaning fades, but comfort remains. Your eyelids feel heavier now, as if sleep is gently pulling them downward. There is no resistance. You do not need to stay awake. You are allowed to drift. Breathing continues, in, out. The pause between breaths feels especially calm now, safe, unrushed. Your heartbeat remains steady and slow. You may barely feel it. The body has entered a deeper state of rest. This is the place where sleep begins naturally, not suddenly, not forcefully, just gradually. You may notice brief moments where awareness flickers, you drift away, then return for a second, then drift again. Each time you return, the body feels heavier. Each time you drift, the mind feels quieter. Eventually, the returns grow shorter. The drifting lasts longer. Your thoughts lose structure completely now. No sentences form, no questions arise. Only sensation remains. Warmth, heaviness, soft darkness behind the eyes. The world outside feels very far away. Nothing from outside reaches you here. You are wrapped in stillness. Your breathing becomes deeper and slower. In, out. Each exhale feels like sinking a little further, as if you are settling into a deeper layer of rest. Your awareness becomes narrow now, focused only on comfort. There is no curiosity left, no planning, no remembering, just being. The sound of the voice grows softer in your perception. Not quieter, but farther away, like hearing something from another room. Safe, distant, unimportant. Sleep moves closer, not as a moment, but as a state. The line between listening and dreaming fades. You may no longer be fully aware of where you are. That is perfectly fine. Your body continues to breathe. Your heart continues to beat. Everything necessary continues without effort. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to understand, nothing you need to remember. You are already resting deeply. The mind releases the last bit of control. Awareness loosens completely. Sleep settles in, gently, quietly, without announcement. There is no clear boundary anymore between listening and resting. The sound of the voice exists, but it no longer asks for attention. Your awareness floats somewhere behind the words, soft and unfocused. Breathing continues at its own pace, slow, steady, unchanging. Each breath feels like it belongs to the body, not to you. The body has taken over completely now. Muscles remain loose and heavy. The jaw hangs gently. The face feels smooth and relaxed. There is no tension anywhere that needs to be released. Everything has already settled. The mind rests in a quiet, neutral space. No images need to form. No thoughts need to pass. If something appears briefly, it dissolves on its own. There is nothing to hold. The sense of time is gone now. Minutes and seconds no longer exist. There is only this soft, continuous state. The body feels supported from every direction, as if the surface beneath you knows exactly how to hold you. You are not sinking, you are not floating, you are simply still. The voice feels even farther away now. Words blur together, meaning fades completely. Only tone remains, calm, even predictable. This predictability allows sleep to deepen further. Your breathing grows slower still. In, out. The pauses between breaths feel long and comfortable. Nothing interrupts them. Your awareness drifts inward. The edges of thought disappear. There is no need to stay connected to the outside world. You are safe where you are. The body knows how to sleep. It has done this countless times before. There is nothing new to learn, nothing to control, nothing to improve. Sleep arrives not as an event, but as a continuation. The same calm state, only deeper. Your mind lets go completely now. No effort remains, no alertness remains, only rest. The voice becomes part of the silence. Sound and quiet blend together. There is no separation. Breathing continues, slow, natural. You are fully at rest, fully settled, fully allowed to sleep. Nothing more needs to be said. Nothing more needs to happen. This state remains, and you remain within it. You do not need to focus anymore. There is no instruction to follow, no image to imagine, no place to go. The sound of this voice exists gently without asking for anything in return. Your body remains still. Breathing continues on its own, in, out, slow and unhurried. The space around you feels quiet but not empty. It feels complete, as if everything that needs to be here is already here. Your awareness drifts lower, not downward in space, but inward, away from thinking, away from noticing. The mind loosens its grip. Thoughts no longer connect to each other. If a thought appears, it fades before finishing. There is no effort to stop it. It simply dissolves. Your shoulders remain relaxed. Arms feel heavy and warm. Hands are loose, fingers slightly curled. The body has found a comfortable balance. Nothing presses, nothing pulls. The rhythm of breathing becomes softer. Each breath flows smoothly into the next. There is no clear beginning or end, just movement and rest. The sense of time continues to fade. There is no awareness of how long you have been here. That information is no longer useful. The body does not need it. Sleep does not need time. Sleep only needs safety. And safety is already present. The environment remains unchanged. No sudden sounds, no shifts. Everything stays predictable. That predictability allows the mind to sink further. Awareness becomes dimmer, like a light, slowly turning down, not switching off. The voice blends into the background. You may hear it, you may not. Both are fine. Your breathing grows deeper without effort. Not forced, not controlled, just natural depth. The space inside your chest feels open, comfortable. The pause after each breath becomes longer. Those pauses feel peaceful. They hold no tension. Your body understands what to do. It has moved beyond listening. It has entered rest. Your face remains smooth, jaw relaxed, eyes resting softly behind closed lids. There is no pressure behind the eyes, no need to move, no need to adjust. Everything is already aligned. The mind feels distant now, not busy, not silent, just far away. As if it has stepped aside, the voice continues quietly, evenly. Its tone does not change. That consistency keeps sleep undisturbed. Nothing new happens, nothing needs to. This state continues. Steady, comfortable. You are not waiting for sleep, you are already inside it. The deeper layers open naturally, no transition is noticed, no moment is marked. Just a gradual drifting, breathing, stillness, rest. The world outside does not matter. The world inside does not ask questions. Everything stays calm. You are free to remain here, free to drift, free to sleep. Nothing more is required. You are still here. Or perhaps you are not aware of being here at all. Both are fine. Breathing continues, slow, even, unnoticed. The body remains settled. There is no reason to move, no signal asking for adjustment. Everything feels balanced. The sound around you stays the same. No rise, no fall, just presence. The mind no longer tries to follow words. If sound is noticed, it passes through without meaning. like distant noise that does not belong to you. Awareness rests deeper now, not focused, not wandering, just resting. Thoughts do not complete themselves. They appear as fragments, then disappear. There is no need to understand them. The body does not react. Your chest rises gently and falls again. Each breath feels slightly heavier than before, not difficult, just deeper. The pause between breaths stretches naturally. Those pauses feel safe. Nothing happens inside them. Nothing needs to. The muscles of your body soften further. Legs feel warm, heavy, supported. The feeling spreads evenly. There is no edge to it, no clear beginning. It simply exists. Your hands remain relaxed. Arms sink gently into stillness. Shoulders stay low. Neck feels loose. The head feels comfortably placed. Nothing pulls, nothing presses. The space around you feels unchanged. No movement, no interruption. This consistency allows rest to deepen without effort. Time continues to lose importance. Seconds do not matter. Minutes do not matter. Only this moment exists, and even that feels distant. The voice remains calm, unchanging. It does not ask you to listen. It does not require attention. It simply continues. Like a steady hum in the background, your breathing grows quieter, more internal, less noticeable. The body has moved beyond awareness. It knows how to rest. It has done this many times before. There is familiarity in this state, comfort. Nothing feels unfamiliar or unsafe. The mind drifts further away, not asleep, not awake, somewhere in between. A place without effort, without thinking, without direction. There is no goal, no destination, just rest continuing. If you are still aware of sound, it feels distant now, soft, blurred. Words lose shape, meaning fades, only tone remains, and even that begins to dissolve. Your breathing becomes automatic. There is no observation of it. It simply happens. The body sinks slightly deeper, as if gravity has increased just a little. Not uncomfortable, comforting, holding you in place. Stillness remains complete. Nothing enters, nothing leaves. This space does not change, and because it does not change, the mind does not need to watch it. Sleep continues quietly, naturally, without announcement. You remain supported, protected, undisturbed. This state holds and holds and holds. You are still resting. There is no change, and because there is no change, there is no need to notice anything. Breathing continues on its own, slow, quiet, effortless. The body feels distant now, not gone, just far away, as if it no longer needs attention. Muscles remain loose. There is no tension left to release. Everything has already settled. Thoughts do not arrive anymore. If something appears, it fades before it can be named. There is no story forming, no memory, no planning, just emptiness. And that emptiness feels comfortable, safe. The sound of this voice feels very far away. It does not interrupt anything. It blends into the quiet, like a background tone you no longer notice. Your breathing deepens slightly again, then becomes shallow, then deep again. There is no pattern to follow. The body chooses what it needs, and the body knows. Awareness drifts lower, deeper, heavier, not sinking, just resting. There is a sense of being held by nothing specific, by the stillness itself. Time has fully lost meaning now. There is no past moment. There is no next moment. Only this quiet continuation. The mind no longer tries to understand words. They pass through without shape, without edges, without weight. Even silence feels thick now, soft, supportive. Your face remains relaxed, jaw loose, eyes heavy behind closed lids. The muscles around them do nothing. There is no effort to keep them closed. They simply remain that way. Breathing becomes almost unnoticeable. You do not follow it. You do not wait for it. It happens in the background, like the tide far away. The body feels warm, evenly warm, not hot, not cold, just comfortable. There is no reason to adjust position, no message from the body. Everything is already fine. Sleep continues to deepen, naturally. Without transition, there is no moment where sleep begins, it simply continues from rest. Awareness fades further, words dissolve completely, only tone remains, and even tone begins to blur. If you are no longer listening, that is perfect. If you are barely listening, that is also perfect. Nothing more is required. The space remains unchanged, still, neutral, quiet. The body rests fully now, mind empty, breath slow, nothing happens. And that is exactly how it should be. There is nothing left to notice, nothing left to follow. Breathing continues, slow, quiet, uncounted. You do not need to be aware of it anymore. The body is fully at rest now, heavy, still, supported. There is no signal coming from the muscles, no message, no need. Everything has already settled. Thoughts no longer appear. And if something drifts by, it does not stay long enough to matter. The mind remains empty, soft, open. The sound of this voice is barely present now. It does not ask for attention, it does not guide. It simply exists in the background like distant air, like quiet space. Awareness is very faint, not focused, not alert, just present enough to feel safe. Time does not move here. There is no before, there is no after. Only this continuous stillness. The body breathes, the mind rests. Nothing changes and nothing needs to. There is no effort anywhere, no holding, no releasing, no adjusting. The body remains exactly where it wants to be. Comfort stays constant. The space around you remains neutral, empty, quiet. There are no images, no scenes, no sensations asking for attention. Even silence feels deep now, layered, soft, like a blanket around awareness. If sleep is already there, this voice does not disturb it. Blank line. If sleep is arriving slowly, this voice does not rush it. Everything moves at the correct pace, the pace chosen by the body itself. Breathing becomes even slower, then slower still. There is no pattern, no rhythm to track. You do not need to listen. You do not need to stay awake. You do not need to understand. Words no longer form meaning. They pass without shape, without sound, without memory. The mind stays empty, the body stays still. The space remains unchanged. Nothing happens and nothing will happen. This is rest, pure, uninterrupted. There is nowhere to go, nothing to finish, nothing to reach. Sleep continues naturally, deep, quiet, unbroken. The sound fades further, blending into silence. Breathing remains soft, automatic. The body rests completely now, mind empty. Awareness minimal. Everything stays the same, and that is enough.